Hello there, how's it going? My name is June, and in this video we will look at comments. So let me create a file and then I will explain what a comment is. Touch comments.py, and let's open up the file comments.py. Perfect. So a comment is a line of code that is ignored by the Python interpreter. That's the definition. So it's a line of code that is ignored by the Python interpreter. What does it mean? So when you run the code, Python doesn't care what your comment is. So I can do print hello world. The idea of a comment is that it is a piece of text that you use to explain the code, and that is read by humans but ignored by Python. It is for humans to read. We write comments to explain our code. That's the basic idea. Now you can write comments everywhere as I showed you. So each hash only corresponds to one line. So to write multiple comments, we use multiple hash symbol. There is another way to write multiple lines of comment, but this is the most common one that most people use. So I recommend you use this one as well. So that's one way of writing comment. The other is that you can also write comment to the right of code. So this is hello world, for example. And you can write comment anywhere in your code. It could be a full line or it could be after your line of code. Now we can read what the book is saying about comments, so it would be more helpful. Comments are an extremely useful feature in most programming languages. Everything you have written in your program so far is Python code. As your programs become longer and more complicated, you should add notes within your programs that describe your overall approach to the problem you are solving. A comment allows you to write notes in your spoken language within your program. Exactly. Comments are extremely useful to explain the code. Without comments, it would be much harder to make notes about our code, right? Similar to how we can make a comment in our writing software. This is a comment. It is a very simple idea. So for example, I can write a comment here and I can delete it. How to write comments. In Python, the hash mark indicates a comment. Anything followed by a hash mark in your code is ignored by the Python interpreter. Now, some people call it a pound symbol. It's the same idea. You can call it whatever you want. Some call it a hash mark. So there are two comments here. The first one is the first one says comments.py, comment.py, and the second one says say hello to everyone. But Python will only look at this one and it will run it. What kinds of comments should we write? The main reason to write comments is to explain what your code is supposed to do and how you are making it work. When you are in the middle of working on a project, you understand how all of the pieces fit together. But when you return to a project after some time, you will likely have forgotten some of the details. You can always study your code for a while and figure out how segments are supposed to work, but writing good comments can save you time by summarizing your overall approach clearly. Yes, exactly. Writing comments are useful, very useful. However, don't get into a habit of explaining every code. Then our code becomes verbose, you can say. Then it would be harder to read as well if there are too many comments. Only try to explain the code that is harder to understand, not try to understand every line. So that's it for this video. I hope it all makes sense, and I will see you in the next one.